Hollywood, the leading ladies beyond just beautiful faces. Imagine a Hollywood where the top actresses are not just TikTok dancers or pretty faces, but strong-willed women with real personality and outstanding talent. In the 80s and 90s, the film industry witnessed the rise of talented female stars who made a lasting impact on the history of cinema. However, the question remains: who among them still captures attention, and who has completely disappeared from the radar? In today's video, we will explore the journeys of actresses who once made a name for themselves and reflect on their contributions to Hollywood cinema. Stay tuned to hear fascinating and inspiring stories about the legends of the past decades. Who among them still holds the spotlight, and who has disappeared from the radar? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you love these actresses, leave a 1 in the comments. If you're not familiar with them yet, leave a 0. Enjoy the video and don't forget to hit subscribe to support the channel. When Brooke Shields turned 16, she became one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood. The film Blue Lagoon, 1980, catapulted her into global stardom. However, her career began at a very young age. At just 12, she starred in the controversial film Pretty Baby, 1978, where she played a child growing up in a brothel, a shocking role at the time. What was truly remarkable, though, was her exceptional acting ability, which critics quickly took notice of. Brooke dominated the modeling world, with her face gracing the covers of magazines like Vogue and appearing on billboards everywhere. Her iconic 1980 Calvin Klein ad not only solidified her position in pop culture, but also sold out Calvin Klein jeans from the shelves. However, fame came with its pressures, and Hollywood has a tendency to consume young stars, and Brooke was no exception. Although she transitioned to adult roles, finding success was not easy. Brenda, 1989, was a failure, and Brooke's film career stalled. However, in 1996, Brooke found a new opportunity when she landed the lead role in Susan, a sitcom that ran for 4 seasons and showcased her comedic talent. At the same time, she took to Broadway, starring in Cabaret in Chicago, proving she wasn't afraid to challenge herself. Today at 59, Brooke Shields continues to thrive. She still guest stars on Law & Order, SVU, returns to Broadway, and even launched a podcast. She remains firm in her belief that Hollywood cannot define her, she is the one who defines herself. Michelle Pfeiffer didn't make an immediate impact in Hollywood. Her early roles were easily forgotten, and even though Grease 2, 1982 was expected to solidify her status as an emerging star, the film was a massive failure. Michelle faced a major challenge in overcoming the image of a beautiful girl without much depth in her roles. However, she had a true breakthrough in Scarface, 1983, where she played Elvira Hancock, the cold and disillusioned wife of Tony Montana. Acting alongside Al Pacino was no small challenge, but Michelle Pfeiffer not only held her own, but also stole the scenes, marking a turning point in her career. Throughout the 1980s, she continued to take on complex roles. The Witches of Eastwick, 1987, with Jack Nicholson, Susan Sarandon, and Cher, proved she could handle both the fantastical and darkly comedic. Tequila Sunrise, 1988, with Mel Gibson and Kurt Russell, solidified her position in action films. Then Dangerous Liaisons, 1988, earned her an Oscar nomination. But it was The Fabulous Baker Boys, 1989, that truly proved she was not only talented, but also irresistibly magnetic on screen. In the early 90s, Michelle Pfeiffer proved that she was not only a beautiful actress, but also a talent that couldn't be overlooked. Batman Returns, 1992, introduced her legendary version of Catwoman, seductive, unpredictable, and utterly shocking. To this day, her performance in this role remains one of the most celebrated portrayals of the character. She followed this with Dangerous Minds, 1995, where she played a former Marine-turned-teacher. By the end of the decade, Michelle Pfeiffer had become one of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood. However, unlike some of her peers, Michelle knew when to step back. In the 2000s, she took a break from the spotlight to prioritize her family. But Hollywood wouldn't let her disappear. She made a strong comeback with Hairspray, 2007, Mother, 2017, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2018. Now at 60, she continues to work, maintaining her beauty and reminding Hollywood that some legends never fade. By the late 1980s, Cindy Crawford was not just a model, but a symbol, famous for her distinctive mole. Her striking presence made her the face of the supermodel era. Cindy graced the covers of hundreds of magazines, such as Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and appeared in numerous iconic advertisements. She became the face of renowned brands like Versace, Chanel, and Revlon. Notably, her 1992 Pepsi ad, featuring her in a white tank top and denim shorts, became a historic moment in pop culture. Cindy was not just a model, she also knew how to market herself. Hosting House of Style on MTV from 1989 to 1995 helped her attract a new audience. She didn't just pose, she engaged in conversations, interviewed designers, and analyzed fashion trends. Hollywood came knocking in 1995, but her film Fair Game, 1995, was not successful, and Cindy quickly realized that acting was not her forte. Instead of fading into the background, she focused on other projects such as fitness videos, business ventures, and beauty products, building her own empire. Today, although Cindy has not officially retired, she remains a fashion icon, selectively choosing her projects. She has also passed on her modeling passion to her daughter, Kaya Gerber, who is now one of the standout models of the new generation. Demi Moore's path to Hollywood was not an easy one. Coming from a family with no ties to the entertainment industry, she worked hard throughout the 80s, taking on small roles in TV and films. Her breakthrough came in 1982 when she joined General Hospital, the famous soap opera. However, it was St. Elmo's Fire, 1985, that made her a member of the Brat Pack, alongside Emilio Estevez and Ali Sheedy. She didn't waste time in the teen movie wave and instead transitioned to more serious roles, and that turned out to be the right move. Ghost, 1990, was the film that turned Demi Moore into an international star, grossing over $500 million worldwide. Her films in the 90s, such as A Few Good Men, 1992, and Indecent Proposal, 1993, were major successes. However, her career was not always smooth. Striptease, 1996, was a disaster, despite her receiving a record salary of $12.5 million. From that point, her career entered a difficult phase. Demi didn't stop there. She made a return with G.I. Jane, 1997, although the film was a failure. However, her career was revitalized in 2019 when she released her memoir, Inside Out, a brutally honest story about relationships, addiction, and the pressures of being one of the most famous women in the world. The book became a bestseller, and once again, Hollywood embraced her. Now, at 62, Demi Moore not only acts but also rewrites the rules for women in Hollywood. Kim Basinger was not just a pretty face, she had an undeniable presence on screen that made Hollywood take notice from the very beginning. Before becoming a movie star, Kim was a successful model, working with Ford models and appearing on the covers of major magazines around the world. But she didn't want to just pose in front of the camera. In the late 1970s, she made the bold decision to head to Hollywood, carrying a bag and a fierce determination to prove she could act. Her first on-screen role was a bit of a mixed bag, but Kim's first major breakthrough came on television, with a guest appearance in Dog and Cat 1977, followed by roles in shows like Charlie's Angels and The $6 Million Man. Fame didn't come overnight, though. It wasn't until Never Say Never Again, 1983, that she really grabbed attention, playing Domino Patacci, a formidable counterpart to James Bond. But it was Tim Burton's Batman, 1989, that truly launched her into stardom. As Vicky Vale, Kim brought both glamour and intrigue to Gotham, helping the film gross over $400 million worldwide. Hollywood began to see her as not just a bankable name, but a versatile talent. The 1990s saw Kim Basinger continue to shine in leading roles, with L.A. Confidential, 1997, marking the pinnacle of her career. She played Lynn Bracken, a Veronica Lake lookalike caught in a web of corruption. The performance earned her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. By the end of the decade, Kim was one of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood. She later took time away to focus on her family before returning in 50 Shades Darker, 2017, proving she was still a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. Although Sharon Stone worked steadily throughout the 1980s, most of her roles during that time were largely forgettable. She appeared in films like Irreconcilable Differences, 1984, and Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold, 1986, taking on supporting roles that didn't leave much of a mark. That all changed with Total Recall, 1990. The sci-fi blockbuster paired her with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Sharon quickly revealed a whole new side of herself as Laurie, a seemingly devoted wife hiding a deadly secret agenda. The massive success of Total Recall put Sharon Stone in the spotlight, but it was her next role in Basic Instinct, 1992, that turned her into a true icon. She played Catherine Trammell, a seductive yet dangerously enigmatic novelist. The film's infamous interrogation scene became one of the most analyzed moments in cinematic history. Overnight, Sharon Stone became the definitive femme fatale, a role Hollywood would continue to seek her out for in the years to come. Though her career faced ups and downs in the late 90s, Sharon Stone never truly faded from the spotlight. She transitioned into television, appearing in projects like Gloria and Ratched. In 2021, she released her memoir, The Beauty of Living Twice, offering a candid look at the darker side of Hollywood and the personal battles she had to overcome. Now in her 60s, Sharon continues to work on her own terms, proving that reinvention isn't just possible, it's essential. If you found Sharon's journey inspiring, leave a comment and share your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss more powerful and inspiring stories. Heather Locklear didn't need Hollywood blockbusters to make a lasting impression. Her career truly thrived on television, where she became an untouchable icon throughout the 80s and 90s. She launched her career in 1981 by joining the cast of Dynasty as Sammy Jo Carrington. Though not a lead role, Heather had a knack for commanding the screen and drawing attention every time she appeared. Dynasty quickly became a smash hit soap opera, and Heather Locklear was a vital part of its success. After her run on Dynasty, she kept the momentum going with T.J. Hooker, 1982, where she played Officer Stacy Sheridan alongside William Shatner. While Dynasty began to lose steam in the early 90s, Heather's career didn't slow down. She landed another breakout role in Melrose Place, 1993. As Amanda Woodward, a ruthless advertising executive, Heather helped turn the show into a pop culture phenomenon. Heather's career didn't stop there. She continued to shine in both films and TV shows, with standout roles in Spin City, 1999-2002, Scrubs, 2.5 Men, and Hot in Cleveland. Despite her professional success, Heather's personal life faced its share of turbulence. Still, she always found a way to sustain her career, working on her own terms. Even if she's no longer a constant presence on screen, her name remains firmly etched in the public consciousness. Julia Roberts wasn't an instant standout in Hollywood. Before truly breaking through, she was just another young actress trying to find her place in the film industry. Her first significant role came in Mystic Pizza, 1988, a film that showcased her captivating charm. But it was Steel Magnolias, 1989, that established her credibility playing Shelby, a young woman battling diabetes. Julia earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. However, Julia Roberts' career truly exploded with Pretty Woman, 1990. Initially conceived as a dark drama, the film's transformation into a romantic fairy tale changed everything not just for Julia, but for Hollywood. The movie grossed nearly $463 million, becoming one of the highest-grossing romantic comedies of all time. From there, Julia Roberts dominated the 90s with films like Sleeping with the Enemy, 1991, The Pelican Brief, 1993, and My Best Friend's Wedding, 1997, helping to redefine the romantic comedy genre. She also became the highest-paid actress in Hollywood, earning $20 million per film by the end of the 90s. Then, in an unexpected move, she stepped away from romantic comedies and truly showcased her acting chops with Erin Brockovich, 2000, a performance that earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress. Now, at 57, Julia Roberts is no longer chasing trends, she creates them, solidifying her place as one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Winona Ryder took Hollywood by storm with unforgettable roles that not only made her a leading lady, but also defined a generation. Beetlejuice, 1988, transformed her into the quintessential Gothic dream girl, while Heathers, 1989, showcased her exceptional ability to handle dark comedy. Edward Scissorhands, 1990, where she played the perfect American sweetheart opposite Johnny Depp, further cemented Winona's status as a pop culture icon. But Winona was not just Tim Burton's muse. In the mid-90s, she dominated the indie film scene with bold performances in Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992, Reality Bites, 1994, and Little Women, 1994. Critics praised her versatility, effortlessly transitioning from the cynicism of Gen X to more profound, nuanced roles. By 1997, Winona continued to prove her acting chops in big-budget films like Alien, Resurrection, further solidifying her place in Hollywood. However, her career took a turn in 2001 following her arrest for shoplifting at Saks Fifth Avenue. While some smaller roles in Star Trek, 2009, and Black Swan, 2010, helped her make a comeback, Winona was no longer the sought-after actress she once was in Hollywood. Everything changed when she took on the role of Joyce Byers in Stranger Things, 2016. The show's success not only revived her career, but also introduced her to a whole new generation of fans. Now, Winona Ryder carefully selects her roles, avoiding excessive exposure, but still maintains her status as a beloved figure in Hollywood. While Hollywood was busy producing blockbuster films, Monica Bellucci redefined beauty in Europe. She began her career as a model, working for prestigious brands like Dolce & Gabbana and Dior. However, Monica didn't want to be confined to the runway. She transitioned into acting, starting with Italian films like Lara, 1991, and Osado Destino, 1992, before being embraced by French cinema. In 1996, she had a breakthrough role in L'Appartement, which immediately earned her a César Award nomination. Unlike many models who transition into acting, Monica Bellucci proved that she had true talent, not just a pretty face. By the late 90s, she had become one of the most famous actresses in Europe. Films like Milena, 2000, and Irreversible, 2002, further solidified her reputation. Milena, in particular, elevated Monica to global icon status, thanks to her ability to command a scene without uttering a single word. Eventually, Hollywood took notice, and Monica became one of the most recognized symbols of both beauty and talent worldwide. Monica Bellucci has not only been a symbol of beauty, but also a true acting talent, constantly challenging expectations about age and roles in the film industry. In 2003, she made a significant impression in The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions, where she played Persephone, a seductive yet mysterious character. This role not only added depth to the mythology of the franchise, but also introduced her to a new audience, proving that she could shine in a big-budget sci-fi blockbuster. In 2015, Monica Bellucci made history by becoming the oldest Bond girl ever cast, playing Lucia Sciarra in Spectre at the age of 50. While Hollywood often tends to sideline women once they reach a certain age, Monica not only survived, but thrived. She proved that beauty and talent have no expiration date and that age should never limit the career of a talented woman. As of 2024, Monica Bellucci continues to work relentlessly, starring in notable projects such as La Ragazza nella Fontana, 2021, where she played Anita Ekberg, another European beauty who captivated Hollywood. Whether in independent films, art house television, or major franchises, Monica keeps challenging expectations and proving that the true power of stardom never fades. Monica Bellucci's career is truly remarkable, showcasing that beauty and talent have no expiration date. Whether in major films or independent projects, she continuously proves that age is no barrier to success, and she remains an enduring icon in Hollywood. Her ability to challenge expectations about age and roles, particularly as she continues to shine in both international and blockbuster films, sets her apart as a timeless star. If you love Monica and her performances, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're just getting to know her, leave a 0. Enjoy the video and don't forget to hit subscribe to support the channel.